Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, we are getting everything going. My name is Ari, and I talk to Trump supporters to figure out why on earth they're still supporting Donald J. Trump. Yes, this is not like the official entry song. Like, I'm just being silly at this point. Please forgive me, or don't, or don't. We're doing lucky for the fact that I remembered how to press my buttons today. And getting everything set up correctly. Especially after, the last 2 days of not streaming on my own platform and just dual streaming. So, just saying, like, I had stuff to do. Also, Celsius, because it's been a long day. I don't know why. Definitely felt like, okay, this is gonna be sound a little bit weird. Especially to those that might. I plan on it, Ken. Thank you. Oh, thank you as well. I got to get that set up. I didn't open that today. I didn't open that first. So sometimes, guys, especially after you eat, what you'll see is like your food, because of your stomach, right where it's at, sits over your diaphragm. So when you eat, sometimes you become out of breath. And I get that way often. Like, I'm just saying, I know that sounds really weird, but that happens for me. Right? Yeah, I don't know which caller exactly, Raul, was hurting your brain, but I listened to both of them for a little bit, and both of them were pretty dumb. All right? I'm just gonna say it. Not to be mean, but both of them were pretty something. Hey, Walusi. Hi, everybody that came in and was here early. I appreciate you all. Yes, thank you. Pio, thank you so much already for the 10 for supporting the Celsius habit. Listen, you know what? I need it today. Mango lemonade for the win today. I will bring up my secondary account in a moment. Ramon, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. So, yeah, it was something. It was definitely something. Yeah, sorry. This way. Mango lemonade, because I like almost anything that has lemonade in it. I am obsessed with citrus. Like, admittedly, I am obsessed with citrus. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's just a true statement. All right. Hey, Ash. Welcome in. Where are we at? I need my thing. Oh, I mean, Ash, that was barely an attempt. I just wanted to showcase that she was wrong. That's all. And that's why she's like, "Oh, she ran." Like, no, I didn't run. Like, I just proved your own hypocrisy. I'm sorry, you don't understand how that works because you weren't listening. Hi, Cass. I see you. I'm sorry. Don't cry, please. Listen. No, Americans are not behaving today. All right. Donald Trump once again wanted to restate that the United States needs Greenland, guys. Hi, Matt. I see you guys. I promise. I can't say hi to everybody. Now you're going to get everybody mad at me. We have Tara. We have Kega. Kega, let me know if I said that correct this time. Lainey, Mnemonic, Ken, who wants me to rage bait men, Cup of Joe, Yami, Meister, like so many people, guys. So many people. I'd be surprised to learn that if somebody else had the exact same phrasing. Like, is my chair low? No, It is not. Okay. I'm psyching myself out. I am just short, as per usual. Okay. Had to see. All right. I'm can't say hi to everybody. Hi, everyone. Everyone that is here right now. Hello. 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 Hi. Welcome in. Yay. Like it's just a thing. Oh man. What was it? Meister. That's Hey guys, no new wars, but we want Greenland. Also, let's be clear. Russia came out and was like, we haven't said that we wanted Greenland. What is this about? I'm still waiting for people to provide me proof that any other president aside from Donald Trump in the last 50 years has made a claim saying that we needed Greenland. I'm still waiting for people to provide me that proof. I have yet to see a single person provide that proof. And I find that quite telling. Like, did Obama do it? Did Bush do it? Did Clinton do it? Did the other Bush do it? Did Biden do it? I'm sorry, I realized I just skipped him. In like anywhere in the 21st century has anyone did it? Oh, Truman, 80 years ago. Got it. Wow. So nowhere close to the 21st century. Oh, okay. Got it. Y'all are great at this. Yes, he's always that way. Always, 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 always. Hi, cuties and booties. Hopefully everyone having a wonderful Taco Tuesday. And remember to stay amazing. I forgot it's Tuesday. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Like, off yesterday because of MLK's birthday. I forgot about that it's Tuesday. You know, it doesn't help. Somebody spent the entire day telling me that yesterday was Sunday. It's just quite annoying. That's just me, though. Guys, if as you are coming in and if you are new here, be sure to hit that follow button, hit that share button, hit that like button, especially over on TikTok and all of the places. Sharing, following, and subscribing, they're all free. Hitting like is all free. So let's go ahead and do that. As far as the non-free stuff, TikTokers. Send in your Daily Heart Me. Send in your Go Popular. Collect your points up at the top of the screen after you do so. We have memberships, super chats, bits, subscriptions, super fans, and gifts all available across all of the apps. And what I would love to see today, guys, I don't know if we can knock it out early over on TikTok, is let's light up this whole gift gallery if we can. That would be awesome. That would be awesome if we can do that. All right. Let's see. We'll get to this. Get going. Oh my goodness. Happy Tuesday. Another day, another no new war, I hope. Here's $5 for surviving 1 year of the new regime, the Bureau of Morality. They're so moral. They're so moral. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, man. I just spent like 5 minutes making sure I had all of the settings changed back so that, you know, I could do this. Oh, I need my... Hold on. Don't go anywhere, guys. I need my notebook where I take notes of everybody that says, of everything that they say. What I thought was funny, okay, is that yesterday somebody accused this of being like my talking points notebook, and I have no problem showing you guys what's on all of these pages. Like, these aren't talking points. These are things that were said to me. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Hey, are you going to panic when you get raped?
I don't know what that was, but we're not keeping a patrol, so. You guys heard that, right? Just making sure. Thank you for calling the stream.
Hail Hitler, nigger.
Yeah, of course. That's the people that you vote beside. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Future rape.
I have a very, very nice shotgun, so try me. Try me, Pookie. Here we go, actually. You guys will have to forgive me. If you think for 1 second that you're not getting shot in the stomach when you try to enter into my home, try me. I have multiple guns. Uh-huh. Yeah. I have multiple firearms. Try me. I guarantee you won't make it. Yeah. You'll be dead first. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Here. How are you?
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Not really. I'm Canadian.
Yeah, I know. I saw the
That-
number. I just thought I would
Yeah.
play with my food for a second, depending on who it was.
Yeah. No, I'm not a troll, but I do have questions because we're out in Canada here. Like, I'm not a racist. I'm not against people moving with proper immigration, but we do have a problem with a lot of people coming from India. The housing has gone crazy. The jobs are being 90% taken by them for like fast food jobs, for all the jobs for the students. They're going to taking over food banks. They're living like 20 to a house. And there is a problem when immigration gets too out of hand in our country, do you not think?
I mean,
Just
normal
in terms
people
of
do that.
our own public services, our healthcare gets overrun, our streets, our everything.
Sir, normal people do that without being immigrants, where they overload houses. There's a reason why states like Kansas, for example, in the United States, have a limit on 2 adults per bedroom of a house,
Mhm.
and same with children. Like, so they like, if you have a 2-bedroom house, you can't have more than 4 occupants. That's
I
not
understand that's
abnormal.
supposed to be.
That's yeah, but there's a
It-
reason why like states have laws like that, because American citizens were doing that too. Like this isn't something that's just unique to an immigration population. It is literally everybody, because people forget this. It can be much cheaper to have roommates than it is to live on your own. And what if you're in a polyamorous relationship and all 3 of you share a bedroom, share a California king size bed?
Yeah. No, I had roommates when I was growing up. I had to have roommates to be able to afford rent. I understand that. But we have the problem where we'll have 20 people
Okay.
living in a place, renting out like a basement, putting 10 people together, and these people are being treated basically like slaves, being hustled into the country. They're going to be students in going to these fancy colleges, but they're just being basically used to be these cheap labor. It's indentured servants, and they
No.
can't afford
I don't
a
know
proper
about
place.
Canada. I don't know about Canada, but I will speak on this for the United States. If there
Yeah.
is a company out there that is hiring an undocumented immigrant and they are paying them less than the minimum wage, whether that's federal or state, that is a crime against the Fair Labors Act of the United States of America, this fair labor laws. And so the companies need to be taken to court instead of punishing immigrants that are coming here for a job. You have a good day.
Agree. But there is.
I'm done. Like, that's my statement. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? I did, and you're a child.
Yo.
Yeah, you're a kiddo. Listen, like, to act like this wasn't happening before immigrants came into any country is just Silly. This has been happening since the dawn of time. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, just doing my thing. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. And what's your date of birth? Go.
Nigger.
Yeah. Can't even do quick math. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How old are you?
33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate high school?
09, 010. Well, 10. 09 to 10.
Okay. So that was your senior year?
Yeah. And then I went right to college from there.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Just this term I did.
Well, I'm not asking if you voted. I was just asking if you still support him.
Well, yeah, I guess so,
You do?
yeah.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
specifically has Donald Trump accomplished within his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
So what I just heard you say a few things. So one with
No, I
immigration.
asked
Do you
you
know?
about why you still support Donald Trump with
I
what
know,
has he
and that's
done
gonna
in
go
his
right into why.
first.
That's gonna go right
Okay.
into why.
Well, then start with why for you, and then we can dig into it.
All right. So the taxes.
Taxes.
Having the immigration population goes down lowers taxes, because when they have to go to the hospitals and stuff, they don't have insurance. We pay for that. You pay for that. That goes up. The doctors don't work for free. No, they don't work for free. So they have to get things done, and then your taxes go up, and wages and things go down. And also with in regards to hiring them for lower prices. I've been part of being fired for an immigrant because they could take money
I don't
from
care
their
about your
check.
anecdotes.
I'm telling that's
What's an
that's the reason
anecdote?
why to support.
What's an anecdote?
You said what's an anecdote?
Yes.
That's like a side note, like a side.
It's not a
statement.
side note. An anecdote is a personal story. So when I say I don't want your anecdote, and you start off, and because you started off with saying, I'm one of those people, I lost a job because of, I don't care.
Because it's a personal. You don't care
Because
about
it's
people's
not
personal experience.
provable. It's not provable. I also could say that, you know what, I beat out an unauthorized immigrant that wasn't supposed to be here in getting a job. So now what?
That would just make you a liar.
Oh, so exactly. So would you, because you have no proof.
Actually, I do.
Oh,
But why would?
yeah. Where's your
you
proof?
want
Did you
paperwork?
sue the company? Did you
No,
win?
I did not.
Oh, okay. So then you have no proof.
I was let go
How do you-
because they could take money from
Oh,
somebody.
you
that don't
were
have
let
rights to fight
go
back.
because they could take money from people. Again, that violates our fair labor laws within the United States of America, because they can't go below state or federal minimum wage, whichever one is the higher amount.
When you don't
So
have
again,
rights, they can do
I'm
whatever
going
they
to
want.
call you a liar, because otherwise, show me the court case where you won in court that somebody was hired over
I didn't
you that
say
was
I
an
won in court.
unauthorized. Then you have no proof, and that's an anecdote, and therefore not believable. I can
This is
dismiss.
crazy. So you
I
don't know
can
that happened.
dismiss.
You're that
I'm going to help you
naive?
out with something. When you can't provide evidence of something occurring like this, then I can dismiss your case without evidence, because you haven't provided anything evidentiary. You haven't provided any proof, so yes, I can dismiss it. So the same way that you dismissed my claim that I took a job of an unauthorized immigrant just because it doesn't fit your narrative, I can dismiss your claim that you were let go because of an unauthorized immigrant was taking a lower wage, because you've provided no proof and neither have I. Fair
Why
enough.
do you not support him?
Congratulations. Cool. I don't support a president that actively goes against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution and tries to start things with our allies.
What did he with what ally? Hold on. Whoa. Who?
Sorry. You did say you were 33, which means you were born in 92.
Yes.
So have you been
824.92.
living under a rock?
No, I've been living in New
Oh,
York City.
okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Red. And I want you to like, is Canada our ally?
Yeah,
Okay.
course.
Is Denmark our ally?
Denmark, yeah.
Okay. Are the 30 other countries that make up NATO, not including the United States, also our
They
allies?
don't pay. They
Are
do not
they? No,
pay
no,
their
no.
fair
That's
share.
not
We
what
are
I
NATO.
asked. That's not what I asked. I wasn't talking about money. I said, are they our allies? Yes or no?
Yes.
They
And the reason why
are
things are
our
going the way they're going
allies.
is because they don't pay
Perfect.
for anything.
Perfect. So when Donald Trump is saying, I need Greenland because it fulfills his psychological need, he's upsetting all of our allies and also keeps telling Canada that they should be the 51st state of the United States of America, which is also upsetting one of our allies. How am I wrong that Donald Trump is going against our allies? Please remind me.
These are the same allies that join NATO and don't do anything but
Oh,
take
they
our money.
don't do anything. Okay, what money did
We
they
pay
steal
80%
from the
of that.
United States? How much? Let me try this. How much does Denmark owe the United States of America?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You don't know off the top of your head? Why not?
No, because
Oh,
that's something that you specifically researched, so you have that information. I
oh,
don't.
okay. So
Yeah,
do they owe us money? Does Denmark owe the United States of America money?
the entire NATO does.
The entire NATO does. Can you name any other countries under NATO aside from Canada?
In NATO, we have
And aside from the United
Not-
States, because that's an obvious duh.
well, obviously we're in NATO because
Yeah, that's why I said that's a duh.
so in NATO we have how many are in NATO?
33.
So I'm pretty sure.
And I'm just
I
asking
don't know
you to
them all.
name
I'm
like
pretty sure
two
we have
other.
France.
Yep.
I'm pretty
France,
sure
yeah.
we have France.
Yep, that's one.
I'm pretty sure we would have the UK.
Okay, there you go. That's all. I just wanted you to name two additional. That's cool. Thank you, CJ. That's all. And of course,
Yeah, and-
the obvious ones, and that's totally acceptable. Like, I'm not hating on that. I just wanted you to name a couple of additional ones, right? So here's my thing, right? So I sincerely want you to do you know how NATO is funded? And when you say that they're
By us.
taking money from us, no, what does that 5% mean?
5% of what?
The thing that Donald Trump said that NATO is now going to be paying is 5%. What does that 5% mean?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that
Thank
we
you, Red.
pay 80% of it.
We
And these
pay
countries use all of our
80%?
weapons. Nearly. Let's see. Yes, nearly. I'm pretty sure that the number.
What
was
is
right
the
around
amount that
80.
is paid into NATO based off of?
You said what is the math is based off
Per-
of math? Who?
No, it's not. The math is based off of math. That's such a base
Yeah,
response.
numbers.
No,
It's
yeah, no, it's
numbers.
not
The
based
numbers
off
are
of
based-
numbers. That's not. Oh my gosh.
are
How do I
measurable
break
things.
this down? Okay, when we're determining countries paying a certain percentage, what is that percentage based off of? What off of
How
that
much money
country?
you have to put in?
No, like, how do we determine that number? Like, what is
It
that
would
based
most
off
likely-
of?
It would most likely depend on your GDP.
Oh, there we go. And what does GDP stand for?
Global. It eludes me, but I know that's how much money your country makes.
That's not even how much money you make specifically. Gosh.
Look, you're nitpicking. That's
No, I'm just trying to show that you don't know anything. I think and I don't mean this like rudely, but don't make a statement that you're unaware of, right? So when you say NATO owes us money, I want to see how much money that is. I want the fact sheet on how they owe us money.
You want the
And I
fact
want an
sheet.
understand. Yeah, like I want a fact sheet that explains how they owe us money, how much money they owe us, and then I want to see the accounting spreadsheet that shows us how they owe us money. Like, what money did the United States just give away that they stole from the United States that then they owe it back to us? Like, I'm sorry. I want evidence that would show this, right? Like, I
You
don't.
want evidence? I can read it
Yeah,
for
I
you.
do. I would love
I can read it
evidence
for
for
you.
you. Like, how much
The
money
United States.
do they show?
Listen,
Do they owe us?
Are you gonna listen?
So
You
then,
can't
so that
listen and talk.
5%, that 5%. Let's go back to that 5% I brought up. What is that 5% that Donald Trump says that he's making NATO pay? What is that? Where does that go? In
The
where do-
military defense, of course.
of
That's what NATO
how?
is
Of
for.
which way? Like,
What do you mean? Which way?
military defense is just a blanket statement. Military defense of what? Of who? Where?
Of whoever needs.
Of
You know how
whoever
NATO
needs
works?
it?
Of whoever needs it in NATO. Yes.
Of whoever needs it in
The-
NATO. So
the
is it like is it a collective fund?
No. Listen.
Is it a
The
collective
country has
fund?
their own money for their own military. NATO is how much you're gonna put together for everybody to fight. The NATO doesn't
No,
take your
that's
money from your
not
country.
it. So let's try this
Yes,
again.
it is.
That 5%, does it go into
our
a
military-
collective NATO fund?
Our military has its own funds, and then we divert other funds into NATO.
Does
Well,
does
what are
that
you talking about?
5% go into like a jar?
You think we put 5%? We do 16.
No, it's
Almost $1 trillion.
15.87% when we're matched by Germany, just so you know. And then the next
I'm
two countries
literally-
underneath
I'm
us
literally- I
are
am
the
literally
United
reading it.
Kingdom
The United
and
States
France, I
directly
believe, and it's like
contributes the
11 something percent. We're matched by Germany.
No.
It's
United States
15.87.
directly
I know you guys love to round up, but it's 15.87, and we
I'm
are
not rounding
matched
up.
by Germany.
$753 million.
It is matched by
dollars.
Germany. Also, can we get
No,
some hail
we do
Satans in the
16%.
chat? Because it always makes people mad. Anyways, so again, it's 15.87%, and we're matched by Germany. They contribute the same percentage of their GDP into the collective fund, which really just, I don't know if you realize this, but that collective fund just pays for our NATO operations. It doesn't pay for military defense. That 5% that I'm talking at, that 5% of defense that Donald Trump brags about, the United States of America isn't even meeting. We're not even close to 5%.
We pay 16.
We, in 16% of
753 million.
operational expenses, and it's 15.87. Let's be very clear. 15.87, and we are matched by Germany at the two highest percentages that are paid into NATO for operational expenses, not for defense. Under defense,
think
it is, oh my
You
goodness.
see? Now you
No, okay, you're not listening. Okay, the 5%, that I was referring to, that Donald Trump brags about, that he got NATO to agree to pay an additional 5% of their own GDP into their own military. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't go into some magical fund. It's recycled into their own military defense spending. That's what I'm talking about. And we have to go by GDP because that's how much countries make, as you say, even though that's still not entirely correct because some GDP includes debt. Like, do you understand why you were wrong? Yes or no?
no.
Okay.
You need
So
to
then
understand
let's
why
try
you're wrong.
this. Let's try this one more time. I want you to reiterate back to me what the 5% means.
The 5% is what? How much he wants everybody to put in to NATO?
Oh my God, no.
So
That-
what is
that's
the 5%
not-
that he that
So
that
you
he-
were not
that he
listening?
wants?
I know you weren't talking. So was it that you weren't listening or you didn't comprehend what I said?
No, I was listening. I just had something. I was also doing something else.
Oh, so you're not great at multitasking. It's okay. I'm not good at multitasking either. So perhaps you should stop.
All right, go ahead.
Cool. So the 5% is what each country is supposed to meet by 2029 of their own military defense spending on themselves.
So it's the 5% that they spend on their own military?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is why NATO doesn't owe us money.
Dude, if we weren't in NATO, half of those countries would have been invaded by now. So let's stop it. If we didn't send these weapons to Ukraine, that would have been Russia right now. So let's
Is
stop
Ukraine in NATO?
it. Who helped them? What planes do you think they're using right now? They're using F-16s.
Is Ukraine in
What
NATO?
planet are you on? What
This is
planet
a
are you
simple
on?
yes or no question. Is Ukraine
No,
in NATO?
and we're still helping them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Budapest Memorandum?
Have you ever heard of your country wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us?
Have you ever
Have you
heard of the
heard of that?
Budapest? Why are yes or no questions so difficult with you? Have you ever heard of the
Because you're-
Budapest Memorandum?
No,
You've never heard of the Budapest Memorandum?
no.
Mm. All right. So you've got no idea. How about, have you ever heard of the Partnership for Peace program?
You're talking about these insulary programs. Like, what is it, like after school
Sir,
programs
these
you're
are
telling me
these
about?
are
That's what they
basically
sound like.
treaties. Have you ever heard of the Treaty of Helsinki? Have you ever heard of any of
No,
these
that-
things for why we're still actively helping Ukraine and why even countries like Japan and Australia that are not a part of NATO are actively helping a country like Ukraine? Because we are not the only country helping them. NATO is not the only conglomerate of countries assisting Ukraine.
It's the best one.
Oh, it's just the best one. Let me guess. The United
Yeah,
States is
the
second
best
to
one.
none.
Yes. You think Russia's gonna tell us to stop?
Oh, goodness. Bye, Pookie.
You think they got?
Russia's gonna tell them to stop. Listen. Let me be very clear. Russia's not even listening to Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, who said I could end this war in 1 day. 1 day of being president-elect. And then he also said that he could end it within 1 day of being in office. And then, on January 6th, before he was actually inaugurated into office, he changed it to being 6 months. Well, 6 months would have been July 6th, and we are now January 20th, 2026. So I guess that's a promise broken. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, I
Because-
appreciate you. I hope you have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? You're a child. Go play a game. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Good again.
Hi. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 40 years old.
Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
Well, I did support him in the last election,
Okay.
but I'm not entirely clear at this point.
And how do you mean?
Well, I think that war is something that what I voted for is like anti-war.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that he's doing that great.
He's not. I would agree with you.
You know, that deal with like Venezuela?
It's not even
okay,
just
cool.
Venezuela anymore. He told the prime minister of Norway that because Norway didn't give him the Nobel Peace Prize, he's not concerned about peace anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's quite sad, actually.
I'm less concerned about a conflict over Greenland.
A conflict over Greenland, if the United States tried to invade by military force, would dissolve NATO. Right. And if for somehow it stayed intact, the United States would be removed from NATO. And then we would have 32 other countries that would be coming at the United States of America, probably joined by China and Russia, because NATO is the main reason why China and Russia are not after us already.
Well, to be honest, if I
And
was
especially
driving
with
the range,
China getting the NVIDIA chips, they're like
Yeah.
this close to surpassing us militarily.
yeah. To be honest, if I was in the reins, as soon as I got into office, I would have just say, "Hey, we're out of NATO."
Oh, well, that would be dumb, and good thing that Congress passed a law that says the president can't unanimously decide to withdraw us from NATO.
I don't think NATO's that great of an agreement.
Oh, okay, sure. Have you ever heard of mutually assured destruction?
Yeah, I
Cool.
do. And the only people that are capable of that, well, it's not even China.
Are the NATO
China-
countries and Russia and Israel, and yeah, I'm pretty sure China also has nukes. So
Well, on paper, Israel doesn't have nuclear weapons. Are you saying they do?
they've never confirmed nor denied it.
Oh, that's that is a hallmark admission of yes, we have them.
Exactly, they've never confirmed nor denied it. India has nukes.
Yeah.
Like, sir, like the two main countries of BRICS, well, three main countries of BRICS have nuclear weapons, right? While BRICS is technically just an economic agreement, they have moved towards some defense pacts between some of the countries. And so therefore, yeah, we should absolutely be worried if the United States withdraws from NATO that we would have the conglomeration known as BRICS, which is not just 5 countries anymore, to come after us.
Well,
I
To be
think
fair-
it's silly. At least in my opinion, and I don't mean this against you. Anybody that thinks that the United States should withdraw from NATO is just very silly. And I mean that with like as much nicety as
Yeah.
I can muster while saying that.
well, I bet you think the same thing about people who don't want to support Israel anymore.
I don't think that we should be giving Israel $3 billion a day or $3 million a day. It's like $3.5 million a day that we give to Israel. And yeah, I don't think that we should be giving that much. We pay
No,
for as much
and-
money as we pay Israel, we could have already funded universal health care in the United States of America and said we fund their universal health care system.
Yeah. No, that's a horrible thing
Yeah.
that we have to live with that as a reality in our world. You know, and I don't support free healthcare. I think
Yeah, that's kind of part
the
of the problem.
best
It's not.
healthcare
I don't
in
know.
the
I don't know
world-
if people realize this, but universal health care does not automatically equate to free. Do you not like the people? People miss this. Not all universal health care systems are free, right? They're just not.
Yeah.
Some of them are
Okay.
on a structure very similar to how Medicaid is already set up, that it's the most needy get access to the free version of it. If you have an income that puts you above poverty for whatever that would be in other countries or a certain threshold, then you might have to still pay some money into it. But not all universal healthcare systems are free.
Well, here's my gripe with all of that is that, you know, I'm barely making it, and I'm making the most money that I've ever made, and it's not that much. You know, when you really look at it, like, oh my God, I'm making $53,000 a year. technically speaking, according to what everybody says, like, I'm rich. Well, not rich. I'm the
Nobody would
median.
say that, sir. And you're not even median income. You're working class. And I don't mean that in any derogatory statement.
Yeah,
That just is the
but
facts.
I'm median income. Now,
No, you're not.
what if
You're
there
right
was a
above the
way?
poverty line.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
median. The average income for the United States of America as an entire country is about 88,000. You're admittedly 30,000 below that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You're not median. You're not the average. You are right above the
yeah.
poverty line.
Hey, you know, you know what I make in a year? It used to
I don't think
be
that people should be
something.
determined, like anyone's value should be determined by how much they make.
No, I know, but
And I don't think that the poverty line should be like, sorry, considering that there's only one singular state that you can make 38,000 a year and survive is possible, and that's Oklahoma. Like,
yeah, well,
yeah. And minimum
I do a
wages of
little
that.
bit
Like,
better than
I like
Oklahoma.
our Gini coefficient is extremely high. Not the highest, but it is extremely high, and that says something about the
Yeah.
way that our wage disparity is in the United States of America. Our
Oh,
income disparity is, and I have an issue with that. But hey, you don't ever see anybody on the Republican side ever go for a basic universal income.
there are reasons behind that, and
No,
I
it's just
understand
that,
those
yeah,
reasons.
the reason is capitalistic greed of corporations who are
Well,
beholden to shareholders, and CEOs don't want to let go of their $1 million salaries. Not all,
hey,
to be fair,
I
not
could
all
I
CEOs
could
make that much money, but
I could make more money if I wanted to work harder, but I kind of like my job
and see, and
where
that's why I would advocate for a form or a methodology that puts in place a basic universal income wage, where, if especially for people, like, I don't think that anybody should have to change their jobs in order to get ahead or make more money. I think that a job that you like should be paying you enough to get by. This doesn't mean, but
well,
to be very clear, paying you enough to get by does
I
not mean that you get to rack up excessive debt.
hey,
Like, I do have a problem with people that do live outside of their means, but that's less than 1% of the United States population that lives outside of their means, because my definition of living outside of your means would be that you filed bankruptcy on a personal level. And considering only 54,000 people filed for bankruptcy in 2024, that's less than 1% of the United States population. And we don't know how many of those people filed bankruptcy due to their medical debt, which is the number one reason why people file bankruptcy within the United States of America. So, and by the way, that was like actually 0.19% of the United States population filed for bankruptcy in 2024. It's not, it's when I say less than a percent, I mean, it's not even a 20th of a percent, right? Like, it's a very small number out of the entire United States population. And again, that number
well,
is even smaller considering that it's like, I think, and I don't want to overspeak, but I think it's like 64% of people filed for bankruptcy because of medical debt, which again, universal health care would help.
okay. Well, you laid out like 9 different things
I don't
that I
expect you
gotta
to
talk
address
about
them.
now.
Like, I don't expect you to address them because you've already admitted that you're not really a Trump supporter, and I appreciate that. And the main
Well,
reason why you don't support him is because
hey,
he's broaching on the edges
what?
of war, and I appreciate
No,
that.
stop. What Trump stands for and what I voted for, he is doing and he is done. He has stopped the mass immigration of these illegal aliens that we don't know who they were.
No, he hasn't.
And then
We have no proof of that.
Okay, so border crossings have gone from
Where do we track border
14,000 a
crossings?
day to
TikTok, can you guys get the likes up to 50,000, please? We should have
maybe
been there.
5
Where do we track border crossings?
from the Border Patrol agency.
Oh, okay. So if I type in cbp.gov and border crossings, I'm going to get a statistics for border crossings.
Well, you're going to get a statistic of people who they made contact with.
Oh, so
And how
not
many of-
crossings.
Yeah, well,
Oh, interesting.
okay, so
Those are two different
people
things. Have you ever looked at the definition of what an encounter is?
Whoa. People that crossed the border and then made contact
That's
with the Border Patrol, well, that's what they're counting.
no. Have you ever looked at what the
Oh.
definition of an encounter is?
Yeah, it's
Like let me be very clear, guys. I have zero problems admitting that encounters are down,
okay.
but that's not what an encounter is.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong on that, but there aren't migrants flooding across the border like there were.
Again, we have no proof of that.
Yeah, there is proof of that.
No, there isn't, because the United States of America, CBP does not keep track of crossings. And individuals that have crossed through the border through a non-port of entry it's an unquantifiable number because we don't know about them. We don't keep track of people that we're not aware of. All of it is an
So-
estimate.
You're
We have
playing
no-
with numbers.
No, these
I-
are
I
just
bet you
factual
play-
statements.
Did you play with numbers through the 4 years of Biden?
And there we go. But
When-
Biden, it always goes there.
No, I'm just asking. Did you play with numbers during those 4 years and try to say it wasn't as bad as it is?
No, Biden absolutely did shit at the border. Like, wow. Oh my God, I have something to say about that. Ooh, Biden was horrible at the border. Ooh, what now?
Yeah. No, so I voted for that.
Uh-huh.
This whole fucking ICE situation in Minnesota, I'm sure
It's not
that's
just Minnesota,
like
though.
a subtext of what you're going for. Is that ICE is in Minnesota and they're doing...
It's not just Minnesota.
Oh, I know, but...
Have you heard of Caden Rumler? I think is his last name. I might be saying his last name wrong, but I think it's Caden Rumler. Kaden.
Okay.
A
Tell me his
21-year-old
story.
United States citizen that was shot point blank with a beanbag gun in the eye, and he's 21, Los Angeles, lost his sight in one eye.
Oh, yeah, I actually saw that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
He
were
didn't
grabbing
attack
a guy.
anybody. Yeah, he didn't attack anybody. He just
No, he
ran
didn't.
up
He
with
had a
with a
megaphone in his
megaphone in his hand. They shot him
Yeah.
at point blank range, which you're not supposed
Well-
to shoot at the face point blank when you're an officer. That's
Well,
basic
here's a
basic law
real
enforcement
problem.
training, and it's also against policy. You're supposed to shoot at a non-vital area like the leg. And
well,
then
here's a
they
real-
proceeded to drag him off the scene afterwards,
no.
which was a form of denying
him out
him
of
medical
there.
care.
Well,
They weren't
here's
trying to get
the
him out of there?
real-
They weren't trying to get him
Yeah,
out of there.
no.
They wanted to apprehend him because they're fucking crazy. And this is just one
Well, here's
incident.
the real problem.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
No,
How
I'd
much,
rather ask, like,
um,
is it okay what Officer Ross did to Renee Nicole Good or what the officer
Well,
did to Caden?
I think that my question is a little more pertinent. How much, like, actual, like, combat, self-defense, like, how much training have you had? Like, if a 200-pound man walked up to you
I have a
and
revolver for
decided,
that.
I'm going to put you in the dirt,
I have a revolver and I have a pocket knife that I'm quite
Oh.
handy with. So yeah, they
Okay.
can try it. Also, I'm
Okay,
small. Most
so
of them can't
what-
grab me very well. So yeah, I've taken self-defense classes. I know how to get out of a hold, and it's very easy to drop a 200-pound man when you kick him in the back of the knee, and I'm the perfect fucking height for that. I can tell you that real quick.
Hey, I'm not chancing
And
your
it's
ability.
totally irrelevant. Just so you're aware, this
I
has nothing to do with
definitely
ice.
don't want.
Let me be very clear, guys. Short women are at the or short men, right, are at the perfect height to drop somebody down to their knees
Oh,
with a quick
geez.
kick
I
at the
think
back of
your
the knee.
equipment is malfunctioning.
Nah, it's just you. I'm gonna take that as a toodles. Like, I don't. What do you want me to do? Like, where did that end? Okay. Guys, you're already starting off an argument very poorly if you're like, what self-defense training do you have? I have plenty. I have enough to get me by, and I know exactly how to get out of holds. I am not defenseless. That's kind of a misogynistic or sexist trope. Thank you, Mr. Marty. Now the next goal is 100,000 likes, guys. Let's go. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Awesome. How old are you?
38.
Are you still supporting Trump? Hello? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Doing well. How old are you?
36.
36. Are you still supporting Trump?
I never did.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, I'd like to say that I'm in very big support of what you're standing up for. However, I would like to say that in the grand scheme of
Tone
things,
police.
both sides, to me, are in the wrong.
I'm sorry. Repeat that?
So, like I said, I'm a big supporter in what you
Mhm.
believe, and I despise Trump as a whole as well. However, I also disagree with both sides of the argument, and I both think that they are incredibly petty, and it's honestly just upsetting to see the current state of our country.
Okay. Well, it does unfortunately start from the top down on getting people together, and Donald Trump has been very clear in saying that he's not in support of unity. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, until the president comes together and also says that everybody else needs to come together, it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, and I'm aware, and the thing is when American citizens or just citizens in general just ask the question of what we can do to solve these like problems that we are mentioning, there's no response. It almost feels like both
What
sides
problem?
aren't responding to anything with like any genuine care. They're only pointing out, hey, that's wrong.
Specifically,
better not
what
do that.
problem?
Problems like ICE agents marching among the street, assaulting civilians.
No, that's solved
And-
by sending them to basic law enforcement training. That would be a great suggestion. They don't get that. Another way to solve that is also to actually hold them accountable instead of having the Vice President of the United States of America and the fucking Stephen Miller, whatever his silly little position is. It's not even whatever.
Yeah.
Stop having them say that they have absolute immunity, because that gives ICE officers some kind of idea that they can go out and do whatever they want, or have Congress do their job and cut their funding while also, like I said, mandating basic law enforcement training in order to get this. Also, have stricter scrutiny on who they're hiring, increase their scrutiny on their hiring process. That is actually how you solve the main issue on what's happening and how they're getting out of control.
Another thing I would like to mention is how us as a society, we look at other capitalist countries or like countries such as ours, and sometimes see them almost as barbaric. However, if we let the government run this country how they wanted to, it feels like we would end up in almost the same exact hole or place that we point out to those other countries and call them wrong or barbaric. And it feels like the societal enforcement of capitalism is completely overlooked in how our problems like clump together.
Oh, I mean, unregulated capitalism is actually absolutely, in my opinion, the death of society. So you're not going to find anything from me there. Like, I believe that we need to regulate the market. For example, one great regulation of the market would be to stop corporations from being able to purchase single family homes. That should be only left to individuals.
And I completely agree.
All right. Well, I thank you and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Good night. But, I just, sorry, like, unregulated capitalism is absolutely an issue. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
29. Are you still supporting Trump?
Yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
I think the issue over immigration, deporting millions of illegal immigrants, that's the biggest issue for me. Being the demographic issue we're facing in the United States, like 30 years ago, the United States was over 90% white European stock, and today it's in danger of going below 50%, and that's a demographic change that's not really reversible. Also, you complained about the cost of living crisis in the United States. Well,
No, I didn't.
if you have millions of people, well, it was a topic that was brought up,
I didn't complain about it. I made a
minimum-
statement. Are you able to reiterate what I said?
Yeah, you were talking about minimum wage with one of the callers, and
What did I
median
say
income,
specifically about it?
and
I didn't even mention
well,
median
you said
income. He
median
did.
household. Yeah, you said median household income.
I didn't
was
say median income.
88. Yeah, you said it was
I
88,000
didn't
a
say
year.
median income.
Okay, can you tell me what you said then?
I said average. They are not the same.
Okay, well, besides that,
I
slight
said average. They
discrepancy,
are not the
average
same. And
median.
if you and whoever is talking in the background would like to talk to me, like I would just like to speak to at least one person. Otherwise, it seems like you guys have two brain cells
Yeah,
that is
hold on.
fighting for third place right now because you can't even reiterate
Yeah,
what
why
I
are you
said
coming off
exactly.
half cocked right away? I wasn't even allowed to finish talking.
Oh, sorry.
So, you're having a
I'm sorry
show where
that
you're
you
having
need
people
help
call
from the
in.
person that's talking to you in the background. I would assume it's your mother.
So you said medium household income.
I said
was
average.
$88,000
I said
a year.
average household income within the
And you
United States of
thought
America is
the
about
only
$88,000.
way
You're doing so
you
great.
said the only way you can live comfortably
What's the difference
on
between median and average?
$38,000 a year
What is the
is
difference
in
between median and
Oklahoma.
average?
So you were
What is the
talking
difference
about-
between median and average?
You were talking about
What is the difference
cost of
between
living
median
in
and
the United
average?
States of America, and you just had to lie about it.
What is the difference between median and average?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
You're
so then you
ta-
wouldn't understand the
you're
difference between what I
arguing
said. Got it.
semantics.
It's not semantics. It's literally a term. And they have two different meanings. So a median, just to help you guys out, is if you took an entire data set, right? You took an entire data set and then you sort it by lowest to highest or highest to lowest, whichever way you go. That middle number is the median number. Average is where you take the total of that data set and then you divide it by the number of entries within that data set. There is a difference, and the difference is important. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 26.
26. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Never really supported Donald Trump.
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
You're a kid. Go play a game. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I am 28.
28. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
This presidency, no.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Have a good Tuesday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello?
28.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Good afternoon, ma'am. Loving your stream, and you said you said medium. I'm telling you.
Median. I said
Medium.
average.
Well, no, this is I'm 35 from West Virginia. I was wanting to know I am your typical uneducated, blind, ignorant Trump supporter. I'm from a state that voted more people blindly, ignorantly voted for Trump proudly than any other in this nation. And I said, if you supporting the IS agitators and you supporting the you just un-American. I bet you blame the.
I like how everybody's hearing that I said like medium. I said median. This is what the claim is. I said average. You guys are doing so well. The caller is the one that said median. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Nigger.
I like how you gotta work yourself up for that. Thank you, Savage Mom, for the 2. Says, oh, he's big mad. He realizes he's poor. Yeah, it's possible. I don't think he's poor. Like, to be clear, guys, I would never just call someone poor. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I have a hairy butthole.
Oh, well, maybe shave it. Thank you for calling the stream. Is that you? Oh, sorry. I was reading your call. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Huh?
I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Sorry, it's funny that it comes up like your caller ID comes up is that you? And I read that out loud.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Awesome. And you said you are still supporting Trump?
Confirmative.
Okay. So specifically, what has Donald Trump done in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Confirming Mayor Gorsuch as the Supreme Court. Supreme Court.
Oh, when did that happen?
April 2017.
Of?
Oh, sorry. April
Of?
2017.
Of?
Oh, I hear you. Oh, well, I guess you could say this year, being somebody who works in vehicles, the gas prices is something that is honestly beautiful.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me what policy Donald Trump signed into law that affected the price of gas?
It's more or less the way we're obtaining the products to get gas.
Okay, what did Donald Trump do to help that?
A lot of it's pushing tariffs that are making competitors push more oil. What I've got is
Oh, the gas industry, sorry, the petroleum industry is subject to tariffs?
all of it. Is anything that's coming into this country.
No, it's not. They were explicit exemptions.
Boom. Gotcha. I got to say, I'm not Republican. Both of you guys, I'm so tired of your bullshit. You guys pushing your agendas. I'm tired of it. You're all fucking stupid. You're biased, and you all push these agendas on both sides. That is ridiculous, and it is not American. It's Republican or Democratic. Not American.
Head pat for you.
Super nipito, you amigos, no más aquí.
Have a gold star.
Chúpame las pito, pinche pendeja.
Ah,
Pinche gordo.
chinga la madre. Dumbass. And you want to call me? Really? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
You want to call me?
Somebody try to like you're gonna. I love doing this because people are so dumb, right? Like, When did this become fat? Like, I just want to know, when did that become fat? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
44.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
What
Hello?
specifically has Donald Trump done in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, my family is from Venezuela, so
Oh,
he's
I
kind of
do recognize your voice. Yeah, sure, whatever. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
35.
35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, he's done a lot, but he made flying a little bit cheaper.
Okay. What specific policy did Donald Trump pass that made the cost of your airline tickets cheaper?
I don't know, but you definitely said medium.
You guys still can't even get the word right that I would have said. It wouldn't have been medium. It would have been median. And I said average.
I got you recorded. You said medium.
Yeah, this whole thing is on VOD, you silly goose. You're not the only one that has it recorded. I have it recorded on 4 different ways. Are you
But
okay?
you've been live.
What's the difference between
Yeah.
median, medium, and average?
Here, do you want to hear yourself?
Broski, go fuck a duck. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Have you woken up today?
I'm awake. I don't know what to be more scared of. How very few. We're so outnumbered. Like they're all like. Does it not scare you? There's so many people. That just, oh yeah, that's right. I vote for Trump. He's gonna make the country great. And you gotta fuck. What is wrong? What is going on?
77 million individuals that voted for Trump is not outnumbered.
No, like.
And even
people
then,
that-
the people that still support him is about 34%. So that's still not outnumbered.
It's and this, oh, you have Trump
So.
delusion, derangement syndrome. You just hating on Trump.
Okay.
It's not like I'm making fun of these people. Like I can't believe like everybody we see this shit. She said he rambles off for like 20 minutes talking about random shit.
And
So
talking
asking
about
the question,
baseball was
what-
very odd, but thank you. Have a great one. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well,
Also, can you turn down the stream in the background?
oh yeah, sorry about that.
I appreciate that.
So, well, I support him because of multiple reasons, even though I'm also one to admit that he's kind of a jackass in some ways. So, but the main one for me though would be just the trans thing with trying to protect women's sports. That would probably be like a personal one for me. But yeah.
And just out of curiosity, do you think that having an issue with transgendered individuals in women's sports, it's two-part. Do you not think that that's discriminatory in any way?
No.
No? Then why is it that we never talk about transgendered individuals in male sports?
You mean like females that become men? Is that what you mean by that?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it would be trans men. Why don't we ever talk about trans men in men's sports?
Because there's a higher difference between
I'm sorry, if you were actually
female,
about protecting women, and if individuals such as yourself deny the identity of trans men, which you've acknowledged that they might have been assigned female at birth, right? You've already acknowledged that. So if you were about protecting women, you should also be screaming to the rooftops about not allowing trans men in men's sports. But I don't hear you saying that.
you're right. I'm not saying that because
Oh, so you're okay with trans men who were AFAB being beat up in sports like MMA or boxing?
I wrestled in school.
No,
and I
no,
remember
that's
that
not the
there was a-
question, and I don't care about
No.
your anecdotes. So you don't care about trans men who were AFAB assigned female at birth being beat up in sports like MMA or boxing.
I've just seen plenty of examples of.
No, that's
where-
not what I'm asking. You can
I
answer
know
this
it's not what you're
direct
asking,
question.
But
So why do you not care about trans men who were assigned female at birth being beat up by men in boxing or MMA?
I don't I don't want to see that. So
Okay, so why don't you care about it? Why don't you bring it up?
because she chose to do that.
Oh, she chose to do that. Gotcha.
Yes.
So it's her fault if it would be his fault, because let's not misgender a trans man, right? Just because they were AFAB, or perhaps they were intersex because they might have had ambiguous genitalia, because not all genitalia is clear on which gender or sex you are at birth. See, people forget this thing, right? That intersex people some intersex people also fall under transgender individuals.
I'm familiar with the example.
Yeah,
of
it
the
doesn't
Olympic
seem like you
boxer.
are. I'm just going to be very clear
well, I'm
on
not
that
taking
one.
Personal,
So
I'm not taking
it's-
personal shots, though. I'm trying to have a civil
this isn't a
conversation.
personal shot. This is a statement of clarity. It doesn't seem as though you are.
Well,
Because you made
like
a
I
broad-based assumption that all
um,
transgender men must have been assigned female at birth. I made a clear distinction about assigned female at birth individuals that are now identify as trans men, right? I made a very clear distinction. You just said it's because she chose it, right? You're the one who can't make a distinction between intersex, AFAB, AFAM, or sorry, AMAB. Sorry, it's so weird. So saying all of this stuff is so odd. Anyway, so let's roll back to trans women in women's sports. Do you not think that this is rolling back the rights of women in any way?
I mean, I see a lot of feminists. The ones that should be this upset by it are the ones that are pushing for this, and that's
They're pushing
to me,
for it.
that's-
No, that's not what I'm asking. Do you see? I want you to answer my question directly. This is a binary question. You can add some nuance to it. Bringing up other people is not an answer to a direct question. Do you not believe that going in and barring trans women from women's sports is not rolling back the rights of women?
No, I don't.
No. Okay, fantastic. How is it that we determine if somebody is a trans woman or if they were a woman?
I'm sorry. I think I may have misunderstood how you were phrasing that.
No,
question.
these are very clear questions. Yeah.
Well,
so are
I'm
we
sorry,
not
what I meant
are
to
we not
say
rolling
was
back
it-
the rights
it
of
does roll
women?
it back, yes. If that
It
if that-
does.
I'm-
How does then cool effectuate how are we rolling back the rights of women by barring trans women out of women's sports?
overall, it keeps them safe.
No,
I mean,
you
it's
just
as simple as
agreed.
that.
You just agreed that we are rolling back the rights of women by barring trans women out of women's sports.
I apologize. I misunderstood what you were saying. I'm saying that there's a group of women versus one self-identified trans female in this sport.
They're not trans
versus
female, they're
one-
trans women.
What? Excuse me. I'm not gonna play the PC game. So
No, I'm sorry. There are a distinction because gender is a social construct. Sex is what you were assigned by at birth based off of visual genitalia.
well, I don't.
What is
buy
an
into it,
immutable
so-
characteristic of a woman?
What's that?
What is an immutable characteristic of a woman?
Okay, so you got me there. I don't know what that term means. And I'll
What
be
is an
honest with you.
unchanging So that means it applies to every single woman on earth. What is an unchanging characteristic of a woman? From person to person, it's all the same. What is an absolutely unchanging characteristic that can only be found in women? And it is applied to all women.
Parts, or are you talking about like organs?
Any. What is an unchanging characteristic that is only found within women? That's immutable.
Well, I mean,
it's
ovaries are
set to
unchanging,
them.
but you can remove them.
Men can be born with ovaries.
If that's true,
Women can be
then
born without ovaries.
If that is true, then
It is true.
I won't dispute it, but
It is
at the
true.
same
They have
time, though,
names
if-
for these things. So what
But
is
we're
an
not talking
immutable,
about-
what is an
we're not
immutable,
talking about,
unchanging,
though,
specific to women, characteristic of women that men do not have? It's not if, this is a fact. It is true.
So I am trying to tell you, though, that my issue is not with that, though. It is
If
with
you don't know,
those
I'm going to
who are
help you out with something, guys.
biologically male
If you
who went
do
through
not know the answer, say, I do not know.
I don't know what you're talking about as far as what answer I don't know. I'm just telling you my
What
personal
is an
opinion. I called in-
unchanging characteristic that is found in every single woman that cannot be found in any single man? I've broken this down to the simplest way as absolutely possible.
Then I could say anything, and you're going to say that's found in a man. All I'm saying is a biological male that goes through male puberty, like as in they have male genitalia, and they have, you know that they have these characteristics that make them bigger, faster,
Women can go
stronger than
through male
biological.
puberty, or what you would consider male puberty. It's called, like, a precocious puberty exists in children. Yeah, you don't know enough about this subject. And let me be very clear, and I'm going to go ahead and just, like, go straight towards what my other answer was. You are so, like, it is so hypocritical, right? Yeah, to be very clear, there is literally no immutable characteristic of a woman or a female. Like, nothing is immutable. Men can be born with, like, a man can be born with male genitalia and have the chromosomes of a woman. A woman can be born with female genitalia and have the chromosomes of what y'all would consider a male or a man. This is fact. This is science. And if the fact that there is one exception to the rule, then it is not an immutable characteristic.
But
awesome.
do
So that
you
means it
think-
does not apply to all of them in this, so therefore it is not immutable. Now, when it comes to the fact that you guys are so hung up about trans women in women's sports, this is how you are rolling back the rights of women, because now you have to set up a separate advisory board to do some kind of genitalia check, right? Because that's the only way that individuals such as yourself know what a woman is if they happen to have a vagina, right? And so now you are setting up some kind of advisory board that has to make a woman get undressed in front of them to check to see if they have the correct organs or genitalia. And so therefore, you are rolling back the rights of women.
Small percentage, though, like the whole trans thing is a super small
If it is
percentage of
that, I
of the
don't
whole,
think you get it.
like-
You are rolling back the rights of women. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I
Do you
disagree
no?
with it
I
because,
understand that you hear it. Are you comprehending it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are
I do,
rolling
but I
back
just
the
disagree
rights
with
of women because now all it takes is one person to say that woman looks a little too masculine, and I think that she's a trans man or a trans woman. So an AB, assigned male
I fail
at
to
birth.
understand, though.
And so now that woman who could have been born with female genitalia or a vagina now has to have a physical inspection done to make sure that she is in fact what you consider a woman.
I just
And
fail
you
to
are
understand,
basing it
though,
off
how
of a vagina, which, by the way, vaginal agenesis exists where women are born without vaginas. You are rolling back the rights of women by being so hung up by 3 million individuals within the entire United States of America.
If that's how you see it,
No,
then
it
I'm
is.
not gonna,
It's not just how I see it, sir. If you have to set up some kind of advisory board to do a physical examination of every single individual to
And
make
there's
sure that they
millions
have
and there's
what
way more
vagina
than 3
than you
million
are.
people that are more uncomfortable by the situation in general.
I'm not
Why are
uncomfortable.
they
Do you
being
speak
ignored?
for all of them? No, you don't. Neither do
course
I. Yeah, exactly. So you don't know.
Well, no,
Let me be very
but you just
fucking
said 3
clear.
million. You clearly are trying to.
You can disagree that you are not, like, you can disagree with me when I say that you are rolling back the rights of women, but it's an unequivocal fact that you are, in fact, rolling back the rights of women when you are subjecting women to a fucking physical examination to make sure that they have what you consider to be the right genitalia, just based off of the accusation that one individual might be too masculine. Amani Khalif is the prime example, and go fuck yourself, you stupid bigot. I am sick of it. That is as far as I will go on the transgender topic. If the next person calls in and they want to bring up transgender people, I'm going to direct you to Jimmy Snow and The Line. They do a great fucking show on Thursdays, which is just for transgendered individual. You're so goddamn scared of a transgender person? Go talk to one. Go fucking talk to a transgender individual Thursday night on The Line. Scaredy cats. I bet you won't. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi, how old are you?
Yep.
Can you turn down the stream in the background?
28.
Yeah, I already asked you that. Turn down the stream in the background.
Yep. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, not anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. How old
Hello?
are you?
Yeah, I was just checking out the stream. Yeah, I noticed that you guys were saying.
Hi, how old are
that
you?
oh. Can you hear me?
Hi, how old are you?
I am 31 years old.
31. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I mean, I'm kind of an independent. I actually can't
That's not
vote.
the answer to my question. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I still
Okay.
am.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 1 year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Oh man, well, so like, I'm Venezuelan, so getting rid of Maduro, honestly.
His regime is still in office. And to be
I
clear,
mean, not
guys,
really.
Maduro is a fucking piece of shit. And he absolutely should have stepped down when he lost the last fucking election. He didn't, but that does not give the United States of America the right to go into another country and kidnap their leader.
I mean, everybody's happy about it, so whatever.
Not everybody. There are literal protests within Venezuela that did occur. There were protests across the entire world that did occur. There were, guess what, world leaders that spoke out against it across the entire world. Hell, the president of Brazil, sorry, not Venezuela, the president of Brazil wrote an entire op-ed in the New York Times about what occurred in Venezuela. Not everybody
I
is
just don't
happy
feel
about
like-
it. Maybe don't use universal terms, and you could be right.
Majority. There's no such thing as universal, though. There's never 100%.
Then don't say
Everything is by
everybody.
majority.
Then don't say everybody.
Everything's
Everybody
by
is a
majority.
universal term.
Most people.
Everybody is a
The
universal
vast
term.
majority.
Sorry, you don't know English. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you? Ooh.
36.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 1 year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Oh, I don't know. Keeping people angry. Why are you so angry?
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was a cute one, Dana. I'm angry. Do you know me personally? Do you know what all of my expressions look like?
No, you just
You
seem
don't?
really
Oh,
angry.
okay. Oh, so you know all of the sounds of my voice? You know all of my vocal tones? You know all of my syntax?
No.
Oh.
Well,
And then you can't
no,
make a
I'm just
positive
saying.
claim to say that I'm angry. That's so weird.
Are you angry?
No.
You're not. You're not an angry person.
There's anger that can come out within me, yeah. But I reserve that for people that I actually care about.
Okay. So are you just on here rage baiting people?
Define rage baiting.
Setting up a live stream with a headline, I don't support Trump. Why do you? So you get people on here that you know are going to disagree with. I mean, it's just pretty much arguing.
Sparking disagreement is now rage baiting, guys. Wow, interesting.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious as to why you're doing it.
Why?
Do you
Because
have
I'm attempting to have conversations, and I want to understand why people would still support a president that is actively going against articles and amendments of the United States Constitution and trying to distance ourselves from our allies. And I think that's a really dumb thing to do. And by the way, that's not what rage baiting is either. So it's cool.
So why do you want to understand them?
Yeah, and I also like dismantling disinformation and misinformation. So that's actually something that's fun for me. And I also really love numbers. So I like digging into numbers of things. So there's that too. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that
how many
follow button,
productive
hit that
conversations
subscribe
have you
button.
had on here?
Plenty.
Yeah. Did you have?
I would count
Convert?
yours as not a productive conversation.
Well, I'm trying to understand. If I'm watching you, I'm just trying to understand what you're doing. Because I mean,
Oh, okay, sure. Sounds like you're tone policing.
No. What? I don't even know what these terms mean. Tone policing? You sound like a
That's
psychologist.
definitely not a psychologist, nor would I ever make the claim to be a psychologist, nor would I want to be a psychologist. I don't want to know what's going on inside someone else's mind. That sounds kind of weird. Not my thing. Oh, thank you, Gigi. That's cute.
I don't know. Just for the past hour, it hasn't seemed productive.
Okay. Sorry you feel that way. Actually, I'm not. I don't really care that you consider it that way. You're one person.
Have you been watching the comments?
No, they kind of fly by. Like there's literally between all of the chats, I have 1,500, no, way more than that. My bad. I have, holy crap. I have almost 2,000 people in my live across all my comments. Like that's really hard to keep up with people that are going and blowing it up. So no, I can't read all of the comments, and the majority of them know that.
Well, definitely. There's one, Ironworker rage baiting.
Oh, okay.
But you know-
Again, you don't understand what rage baiting is, and neither do they. Again, and I don't count you as a productive conversation. You're just sorry. You have a good one.
Chromosomes.
Holy shit. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much for that Rose Nebula. I have to figure out why I can't hear the sounds. Thank you so much, Kat. That's a beautiful gift. I do love that so much. Can we get W Cats in all of the chat? And also, I got to go through the supers. It's just the phones won't stop going. So I will get to the supers when we cool down. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I have to figure out why.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
So much, Kat. That's a beautiful gift. I do love
I am 60.
Can we use WCAT?
Can you turn down the stream in the background, pretty please?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Give me just a second here.
Yeah, it really throws me off. I'm going to mute it for a second. Okay, I think we're good. All right. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his year back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, I'm just going to say this right off the gate.
Okay.
To start off with, we've got a lot of people calling you tonight that are just total dumbasses and don't know what they're talking about. And it's embarrassing that they're trying to represent the Republican Party. All right. So let's start with the no tax on tips, Social Security, and overtime.
Okay. So listen, I will be the first, and I've said this many times. There's like no hiding this, right? The no tax on tips is a great start. The no tax on overtime is a great start. The elder tax credit is a great start. These are
Okay,
not
how about
far-reaching enough, but they are
okay?
great starts.
And an additional to that start is the $1,000 you get per your child.
Oh, no, that's just laughable, honestly. So here's why, right? Because there's a cap that's less than what you can contribute to an actual IRA, right? And it's only allowed, like, people are only allowed to join into it if they happen to birth a child just within Trump's presidency. That's it. Your child has to be birthed within this presidential term. The 1,000 ends on after he's out of office, right? So the cutoff date is December 31st, 2028. His last full calendar year in office, like, ends on his last full calendar year, all right? Sure, people, if somebody happens to birth a child within the 4-year period that Donald Trump would be calendar-wise president, sure, they can sign up for it, which to me just seems like a scam that he just had to have it named after himself. There's a cap on how much you can input into it. That's less than what a normal IRA even is. Cool. If you just happen to be somebody that is fortunate enough to birth a child, maybe unfortunate enough depending on your situation. I don't know. Some people don't want kids, so I have to say that.
Okay,
And
so
something
it's
that
still
they
a
can't
win.
even touch until they're 18 years. So old. So that doesn't even help anybody take care of a child during that time.
Right, that's not what it's intended for. It's intended for the child's future.
Yeah, and what does
But it's
$1,000 do for college? One-time payment of $1,000. Nothing.
okay,
Doesn't
but if
even
it's
cover
in a
in-state tuition.
but if it's in an account that can draw interest, it's going to be more than
Yes,
$1,000.
nominal
And it
interest
is,
traded on the stock market, which has proven to be
and
extremely
right,
volatile.
and that still makes it a win.
Okay. Is that what we're about now? Just wins and losses?
No, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm just explaining to you that it's just not reasonable, especially with inflation, right? What it would earn in interest is not outpacing inflation, and that's another issue. And this is assuming that people have the ability to actually put into it, because if it's just $1,000, it's not, and that's it for 18 years, it's not going to go very far. You have to have money
Correct.
to contribute into it in order to build it up, because
Okay.
interest, it's just not going to go very far. They'll be lucky if it earns $30 worth of interest a year.
So at least we can agree that at least somebody's going to end up $1,000 richer than what they ever were.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good
Mhm.
point to end on. All right. And so
Oh,
let's talk
okay.
about some of the
Sure.
other things. I'm trying to make it a win for both of us. Here's the best part is,
I'm not about
I'm
wins or
surprised you-
losses. I don't even get it.
Okay, so here's the thing, is I started watching you, I thought you were a Republican. And I thought, wow. And then I started thinking a little more, because of how you talk and how you're so well versed and educated, I thought that you were, because you know a lot about all the Republican ideologies. So that's why I thought that maybe you're on the wrong side. This isn't
I'm
about
on the
wins or
wrong
losses.
side.
Well, on the wrong side of the aisle. Anyways, well, let's talk about these tariffs, because I know that's a hot issue for a lot of people. Tariffs aren't free. They're not free money. They're designed for a lot of reasons. And one of those reasons is to drive industry back to the United States,
Mm.
which I think we can agree that that makes sense.
How is that working out for the United States manufacturing industry?
Well, right now, starting this year, President Trump have given people leniency on tax credits and stuff. These major corporations to start building this year. The faster they
Oh,
build,
what are the names of these subsidies for them to build stuff? Like, is that like where can I
it's
find
not a
these subsidies?
subsidy. It's just a tax credit. You don't pay tax or some shit
Oh,
like that.
okay. What's the name of this tax credit?
Well, you're going to keep pinning me down, but what I'm saying is they're going to get benefit out of it.
Where can I find this?
Well, there's a WhiteHouse.gov has a page.
That's not a
with all of
reputable
the
source.
Okay, but it has a list of all the companies.
Donald Trump could write on the WhiteHouse.gov that the sky was orange because I don't know if people realize this, but the WhiteHouse.gov is literally just their press release website.
Okay. Well, that I can understand
Yeah.
too, because it didn't fit your narrative. Anyways, I think that
No, it's not about fitting my narrative, sir. It's just the fact of the matter is, and to be clear, this is under any president, right? I would not go to the WhiteHouse.gov unless I was wanting to quote exactly what Donald Trump was saying or his press secretary was saying, or if I was going over the basic text of an executive order before it's published on the Fed, right? Or it's published by the Fed register. That would be the only reason I would go to the WhiteHouse.gov, because when it's run by any party, it's going to be extremely partisan, extremely biased to what they are doing, and it's not going to be non-biased, and it's not going to be factually correct. I wouldn't use the WhiteHouse.gov for any single president, no matter what side of the aisle they are on, point blank, period. It is partisan, it is biased, and it is basically their press release website. So again, I'm not, unless I'm going to quote Donald Trump directly, that's about the only other reason I would go to the WhiteHouse.gov. I mean, it's simple.
Okay, so anyways, the tariffs are driving industry back because there are corporations that have announced that because of tariffs, that's why they're going to start building here in the United States. Now, I know what pledged means. Now, at this point, they've pledged like $17 trillion. Okay, that doesn't mean they're going to spend that money, but they've been given incentives to spend that money. Bringing
Who,
all
what,
that
where,
back to-
why?
Well, Donald Trump did it, so there's that. When? Now. Why? Because it's going to help boost the economy.
So that didn't answer, like, so how many manufacturing jobs did we lose in 2025 as reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics?
What, 200,000?
No, that's actually over what the true number is, 98,000.
Okay, great. So we just gained about 2 million jobs by deporting 2 million illegals.
Oh, is that
So
why the
there's that.
unemployment rate is going up?
Yeah, because when all those damn, what do you call that, government people are losing their jobs, that's
No,
why.
you said that, like, jobs are coming back because we're deporting migrants. So I asked you,
That's correct.
is that why our unemployment number is increasing? Like, does that
No.
correlate?
Take a look. Well, since you're so good at statistics, have a look at the median age that's driving the unemployment.
What's that, since you know?
The median age? I
Yeah.
don't know, but I'm telling you right
Can
now.
you
I would bet
let's
$1
try this.
to a
Let's try this.
donut.
Let's try this actually. What is the median? How do you determine the median?
Well, you calculate, you take the whole number, take a set of numbers, say 10 numbers, you add them together and divide it by 10.
Incorrect.
know
That would
the
be
difference.
average.
No, you calculate your average based on the mean, modal, or median.
No. So no.
Yes,
Nope.
yes.
Median is the middle number of a data set. That's the median. I don't, why am I like, oh my gosh, yeah. Mean is the equivalent as an average. That is the same thing. Mean would be an average, but an average is what you described as adding up the 10 numbers all together, getting that sum, and then dividing that sum number by 10. That would be the mean or the average. Median is very simple. You have 10 sets of numbers. What are the numbers in the middle?
Okay.
Preferably
I don't
11
need it
at that
explained.
point, because then you would have a simple
I don't need
middle
it
number.
explained because I knew it. I actually forgot the difference between the median and the mean. So you're right. The mean number is a collective divided by the total number.
Yeah, so what's that age then, since you know?
Well, I'm just going to say that I don't know that number specifically, but I'm betting $1 to a donut that it is the younger generation.
Oh, it's the younger generation? Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't get them to work.
Because you can't get them to work. Based off of what evidence, sir?
Well, I see it all the time.
You see it all. Oh, you see it with your eyeballs, guys. My eyes, they tell me that nobody wants to work, my guys. They don't want to work, guys.
Yes, because
So what is
when you
that? What
see
is
it on
that
the
age
news,
that you think?
just-
What is that age that you think everybody is? I am just curious. What age are we
I'm
looking
going
at?
to say between 18 and 25
18. Oh, you mean college age students that are going to college?
that aren't going to college. Kids don't want to go to school because they're
Kids
terrified
don't
of
want to
student
go to
loans.
school?
Yeah, I'm not saying no kids want to go to school, but the large number go by Wendy's, go by whatever fast food, McDonald's or whatever. They're full of kids, and it's not a breakthrough job to keep them busy while they're going to college. A lot of these kids are doing that because fast food is going to be their career from job to job. And I worked in a factory for quite a few years. Before that, I did other types of work. But problem is,
I mean, if somebody's
get-
happy working at fast food, then let them like work fast food. But I highly doubt that 18 to 25-year-olds that are not going to college are just going and shucking it at Wendy's or McDonald's and then saying, this is my career. Though absolutely they could, because at least what year we're in 2026. So about 8 years ago, you would be able to, at least in North Carolina, you can make $55,000 a year as a manager at McDonald's. That's obviously increased by now because of inflation, but
unfortunately, our kids aren't that caliber of people. I'm not saying all kids are stupid, but we've got kids.
yeah, you definitely should not
that
be making
cannot
that
even
statement.
they can't read.
Yeah, we have adults who can't read. We have people your age that can't read. We have a president in the White House whose reading level is 5th grade. There's a reason why they had a whole show called Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Because unfortunately our education system is jank. It would be actually, so like our education system would actually be better if it was federal, if curriculum was federalized, but it's not, and it won't be,
Right.
which is actually
Okay, so what do you-
sad. It should be.
What do you think about this then? So, Vivek Ramaswamy made this proposal.
Oh God.
He said that yeah, that's what I thought too, especially since it's such a great, fantastic idea. All kids that start high school in their freshman year, get them into a trade.
Absolutely not. Kids should not have to work while also having to get an education. School is a
No,
full-time
hang
job,
on.
sir.
No, that doesn't mean send them to work. That means one of their classes will be, like, when I was in school, they had auto mechanics, they had shop, they had a bunch of different stuff.
They still
And
do.
those were trades. They do? Okay, then why would that be a problem to add other trades to that?
Like what?
I don't know.
What trade needs to be added?
HVAC, welding, is a high school jobs and they are required.
No, not required. They should be optional. Vocational classes should be optional.
Okay, so I'm saying those are required jobs.
No, not
We have
required.
to
I
have-
don't. Yeah, people.
Well, people have to have people
The industry
weld
needs
stuff,
to be
people-
filled with them, but again, having to take that course, it should be optional.
Yes, that's what I said. There should be a layout. They should, I don't know, maybe 10 different trades that can be taught in high school. The first year, they're going to school. and
No, I
they're
don't think
learning all this
freshmen
stuff.
should be learning that. I think juniors at the earliest. No one
Okay,
younger than
so-
16 should be working on heavy machinery.
Okay, I'll agree with that. So, but by the same standard, there should be a lead in to their adulthood. So if you could say junior would be fine to start, we could do that junior, senior, give them 2 years. That's like, a journeyman program? Something like that. And then towards, in their senior year,
Optional classes.
right, and then halfway through, place them in jobs that utilize their skills.
Again, I'm just going to say optional classes. I don't really know what
Okay.
to tell you on that one. Sure, we can institute more vocational education as an optional learning course for students. That's fine. Whatever. No one should be against that. But again, it shouldn't be anything that requires use of, like, let's say, heavy machinery, because that can be dangerous for somebody, especially a child, because they're still children, 18 and under.
Right. Right.
So, cool. But it should
So
not be
when these
required classes.
so when these kids are freshmen in high school and they're working on these big old trucks, is that not heavy machinery?
And I don't think they should. I don't know how I should tell you that. Like, I don't think they should. I don't think that anyone that is in high school should have to work a job while also getting an education. Getting an education is already a full-time job. They're at school for as long as somebody goes to work. They're in class for as long as somebody goes to work, and then they go home and they have homework. Most children have homework every single night. And then we're asking them to also go work a job. Well, they have to go to class, do homework, hopefully study, hopefully learn and retain the information while working a job. So basically they're working two jobs? Absolutely not. I'm going to be very clear. Again, my stance is very clear. I don't think high school students should have to work. Extracurricular activities too. Like, they have those. I think that is more beneficial for children to do, for teenagers to do, is have extracurricular activities, because it socializes them.
Right. Okay, now I might somewhat agree with that, but I also think that we need to give kids some gumption to do something. I know that starts with a family unit, and now the world's full of dysfunctional families that can't be repaired. So what would you recommend that we do to repair it?
How to repair what you consider to be a dysfunctional family? I guess you would have to describe in grave detail to me what you consider to be a dysfunctional family, sir.
Okay. Mom and dad get married, have 4 pups, they get divorced.
That's not a dysfunctional family.
A broken marriage is dysfunctional.
No,
by
it's
nature.
not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I
Because
didn't know, guys. You guys don't have animals after getting married and then get a divorce, because he said pups. It's a very weird statement too. But again, like, that's not a dysfunctional family. People fall out of each other. Like, that's been happening forever and a day.
That's right. That's why they call it dysfunction.
No, that's
Because
not.
it no longer
No, that
works,
would have had to be
because-
functional at some point, like previously, but that doesn't mean that children are worse off because their parents got a divorce. I actually think it's better that parents get a divorce instead of watching their families hate each other and then repeating that, like, their parents hate each other during the time that they're growing up, and then repeating that behavior in their own relationship.
Well, there's statistics that show
What
that
statistic?
children are it's the LAPPSQ thing.
The what?
Yeah, that one thing. Anyways,
so
there's
no
statistics.
statistic.
Yes, there is a statistic for it, because I've heard about it and I've read about it in the past. I just
So would
can't
you
remember.
consider Donald Trump dysfunctional?
No, because
He's
he
had
has
3. I'm so sorry. He's been
Oh,
married
yeah.
3 times,
Okay, I
and he's
didn't
had
think
2
about that. Yes.
divorces. So absolutely,
Yes.
based off your qualifications,
Yes.
Donald Trump is
Yes,
dysfunctional.
I agree that he's dysfunctional. Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Well, R.I.P. Barron, R.I.P. Trump Jr. Well, no, Barron, I guess his parents are still together. R.I.P. Eric and Ivanka and Tiffany. Like, oh my gosh, R.I.P. Dysfunctional family alert. Guess he shouldn't be president. He's a bad role model.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Wait, he is the embodiment of a dysfunctional family that you yourself has said set the standard yourself. If we want it to be emulated within the United States of America, then we should have somebody that elected that has never been divorced, has like married their first spouse and stayed together despite having all of these kids and like made it through all of the hard battles. A divorced parent A divorced person should never be president of the United States because they are the role, like president of the United States is the role model, right? For everybody to set the standard on. So, yeah, should
Well,
never
that-
have a
that-
divorced person be president of the United States of
Actually,
America.
that standard has changed, like in the past 40 years.
The standard, oh, so they're not dysfunctional then.
Yes, they are dysfunctional. But okay, let me say it like this:
Oh,
the
wait, so
standard
wait.
of- the
Standard
standard
of
of what
what?
we see is acceptable.
Oh, so it's not dysfunctional, it's acceptable.
Yeah, let's go with that route.
Okay,
this
cool.
time. Not
Thank
only
you,
is it
Kayla. Pause
dysfunctional-
for a second. Thank you, Kayla, for the 5. Says research shows consistently that kids do better with happy parents not together than unhappy parents who are together, coming from a therapist. So,
Okay.
awesome. Have a good one, my guy. I can't say that was a pleasant conversation. Having divorced parents does not make you dysfunctional, nor does it make your family dysfunctional. I think it's better for kids to see their parents in healthy relationships or single, healthy, like by themselves, than in an abusive, physical, fighting marriage, listening to them argue all the time, being woken up because somebody's fighting, somebody raised their voice, any of that. Like, it's much better to see a happy mother or father than it is to see individuals fighting. Just saying. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
Old enough.
Okay, bye. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What specifically has Donald Trump done in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well,
also, real quick, if you guys are new here and you haven't hit that follow or
where do I
subscribe
start?
button, please go ahead and hit that
Um,
now.
For one, he actually does what he says he's going to do. He's not in bed with China. He, as much as I know, many people that have used and abused our SNAP or our food stamp system, I agree with what he's doing with it. I think he needs to get a fire into people's asses and have them go out and work for a living rather than just
Can
rely
every
on our
single
system
person
to-
in the United
to
States of
survive.
America work?
Can everybody? If you can't work, then you should be on disability.
So not everybody can work.
I believe what did I just say? I said if you cannot work, then you should be on disability.
Hmm.
And that there should be some kind of social program implemented with something like, I know out here, I'm from Las Vegas, we have something called People Ready. We have temp agencies. For example, let me tell you this. In Germany, if you are unemployed,
We're
you are
talking about the
automatically-
United States of America.
I understand that, but this is an example of what can be done. In Germany, if you're unemployed, your name is put on various lists for different jobs that you can have. So why can't we implement a system like that? I mean, oh my God, socialism, oh my God, communism, whatever. You know what? There's a lot of countries out there that are socialist, yes. They're not communist, and it works. And everybody puts into it, and everybody gets out of it.
Well, trying
doesn't
to
mean that it's all
dismantle or
fascism.
roll back SNAP benefits is in fact like moving away from what you would consider socialism. So if you are in agreement with socialism, then you actually shouldn't be for Donald Trump. What does SNAP stand for?
I think that we can learn a few things from socialism. I'm not saying that I want to be socialist.
What
This
does
is a-
SNAP stand for?
A supplemental nutrition assistance program.
And you realize that people on SNAP work.
Yeah, I've been one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know
Why
that-
are you
I know
happy that
like,
SNAP
people-
benefits are being rolled back?
Because as I said, I think too many people are benefiting from SNAP program without putting anything into it. I
Without
think it's made a
putting
lot of,
anything into
American
it.
people lazy
I'm sorry.
and not look for work when
So
they should be working.
children are benefiting from SNAP. They're the majority recipient of SNAP benefits, and they didn't put anything into it, so therefore they shouldn't get it.
No, actually, if you know anything about the SNAP system and what's happened, single people that don't have any children have been cut out of it. People with children, from my understanding, have not been cut out of it. So no, nobody's trying to make children go hungry here.
Oh, no,
That's
sorry.
not what
They
the system is
absolutely
about.
are. You not aware that HR 1, aka the one big ugly bill, made it so that if you're a child between the ages of 15 and 18, your parents no longer get SNAP to qualify for you? They rolled down the age, so that's absolutely untrue.
Okay, well, I'm thinking of children that can't be working, that can't be trying
Again,
to
I'm
do
going to make
something.
this very clear. Children who are in
Okay.
high school should not have to work while being full-time students. They should be focused on their education.
I don't know about you, but my school system here, where I'm from in Las Vegas, sucks. I think we're number 49 out
Cool.
of 50.
Federalize
And
the curriculum.
I agree completely, because as it is, our curriculum was established by what, Rockefeller or Rothschild, just to make hordes of factory workers. Our school system isn't set up to make thinkers. Hell no, it's out there. It's set up to make factory workers, non-thinkers, just group workers that
Fucking
don't
prove
know
that
how to
one. That's
think
hilarious.
independently. What do you know about our school system and who founded it?
What, in
Yeah.
Las Vegas, Nevada? I
No,
don't. Like,
in
I
general,
haven't been
in the
there.
United States. In the United States, in
Oh,
general.
sorry. Who
period.
decides the curriculum?
Who started our school
Who
system in the United
sets
States?
the curriculum?
Who was the first one to standardize
Who
it?
sets the curriculum?
Department of Education?
Incorrect. Who sets the curriculum?
How about you tell me?
Yeah, your local school board.
Exactly. And my local school board is
Cool.
shameful.
Vote them out.
It's
Vote in
nothing to be
different
proud of.
people. Vote in different people.
Well, yeah, of
Go
course, but I think the whole
protest
thing
at
needs
your
to be
school
overhauled.
board then if you
The
want
entire
that
thing
to be
needs
the
to be
case.
overhauled
So when see
across the
I like
United
how
States.
I like how somebody agreed with federalizing the school, like the curriculum, and then also said in the same, like, after I asked the question, like, who sets the curriculum, said that it was the Department of Education, which means that it would have been federalized, which is absolutely untrue, that it's not federalized. You agreed with it, then you disagreed with it, and then you agreed with it, and then you disagreed with it. It was quite weird.
No, I never agreed with it. I never agreed with our school system.
You literally
at all.
agreed with federalizing the school system. Quite literally.
with changing
And then you
something.
also
It's
didn't
making our school
understand that it
system
wasn't
different than what
currently
it is.
federalized. So I am laughing
Our
at
school
you a little
system-
bit. It's a
our
little
school
bit
system
funny.
needs to be overhauled. Period.
Cool.
I think
Federalize
everybody
it.
can agree with
Model
that.
it after Massachusetts because they are number one in the United States and they rank pretty high on the world stage.
Okay.
And then you wouldn't have a problem in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't know about that.
No,
Corruption
I mean you wouldn't if you
everything.
federalize it and you model it after our number one state in education, which is
I would just
again
like federalize it.
Massachusetts.
The federal government
Then
has so much corruption and it's been proven.
then I'm not listening to your tinfoil hat weirdness. I don't care about that. Like, if we modeled it after the state of Massachusetts, who is number one in the United States on education, then we would be producing higher level individuals coming out of school, right out of high school, right? And then perhaps jobs could roll back their degree mandate, like some jobs that do require a degree. If we're rolling at higher educated students right out of high school, then perhaps it would be easier for them to get jobs so that if individuals chose not to go to college, they could get a job right out of college with a high school degree that's not a vocational or like a vocational job or a trade.
Yeah, but that they could actually survive on. That they could actually live on.
Yeah, again, so if we federalized our education system, model it out after states like Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Connecticut. I think Connecticut is the third ranked one. I can't remember the top three exactly, but I think it's Massachusetts, New Jersey, Connecticut, right? Then we could potentially have jobs rolling back their education requirement level, minimum standard of a college level education, bachelor's degree, and set it back to a high school diploma, and then we open up more opportunities for our students right out the gate.
Agreed.
Okay, cool. Donald Trump doesn't want to do that, so I don't understand why you would support Donald Trump.
Well, that's not the only thing that he has an opinion about or that
Cool.
he's trying to do.
So why do you support Donald Trump calling Renee Nicole Good a domestic terrorist after she was unlawfully killed by an ICE officer?
Well, why was she interfering with federal agents?
She wasn't. JD, I'm sorry. How is your
She
car parked?
wasn't.
Let me try this. How is your car parked in a street, stopping ICE from conducting door-to-door searches that you walk on the sidewalks for?
I'm sorry, somebody told me to use my vehicle to stop somebody from doing their job. I told them to go fuck themselves.
No, that's not the question that I asked. I like how you tried to avoid it. So let's try this again. JD Vance
Sure.
said that they were conducting door-to-door searches. So did Kristi Noem. So how is a
Okay.
car parked in the street stopping ICE from conducting door-to-door searches, walking on the sidewalks, and walking up walkways to knock on doors?
It was parked in the street. Was it parked in the middle of the street?
Was it a one-way or a two-way street?
I actually watched the video and dissect it.
Was it a one-way or
I'm
two-way
going
street?
solely off of what you're saying right now. And I think we
Was
should
it
both
a, sorry,
watch
this
the
does
video.
determine my answer to your question to see if you know, was it a one-way or two-way street?
Two-way.
No, incorrect. It was a one-way street. And 11 vehicles, including Officer Ross himself, went around her, meaning that the roadway was not blocked, and they did it lawfully by not entering into the parking area or driving through a bike lane. They did it driving through the second lane on a one-way street where they didn't interfere with oncoming traffic because there was no oncoming traffic. Officer Ross's vehicle drove around her so he could park, get out, and walk around and record, which was placing himself in danger, which is why it was unlawful. We have case law that has determined that if an officer puts himself into a state of jeopardy by placing himself in front of a vehicle that could go into motion at any time, there is no justification for the use of deadly force. There is no justification. The solution is to step out of the way of the moving vehicle that you were never supposed to step in front of to begin with. That is against the Department of Justice own policy, the Department of Homeland Security's own policy, to step in the way of a vehicle, literally against their own policy. CFR 16.000.
I'm not really sure why we have to go on about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would
this
consider that the
president
death
today.
of an American citizen is a fucking hard ass line that people should not cross for their support in Donald Trump, calling her a domestic terrorist or a page agitator, which is hilarious. Without knowing all of the details, he also lied, blatantly lied, and said that the Officer Ross was severely injured and might be dead.
This incident.
I think that the President of the United States constantly lying to the American people should also be a hard line about people supporting him consistently. I don't think that we should support blatant liars in the office of the presidency who lies about a situation time and time again without knowing all of the facts. Similar enough to I don't think that we should support an FBI official who lies blatantly and gets it wrong half the time because he's not qualified for the fucking job. He's a goddamn podcaster.
Biden was qualified for his fucking job. Biden lied.
Who said? Oh, but Biden! I can't address what she said about Donald Trump, so I have to go. But Biden! Oh my God! I can't address what she said about Donald Trump, so I got to go. But Biden that's literally how it always goes. Because I want to know, like, can you condemn Donald Trump, JD Vance, Kristi Noem, and Officer Ross for what happened to Renee Nicole Good?
Trump wasn't there.
No, you can't? So then you're a piece
Why
of
are you
fucking
blaming
shit.
Trump for what-
I'm going to be very clear. If you cannot condemn Donald Trump for lying, JD Vance for lying, Kristi Noem for lying, and then Officer Ross pulling the fucking trigger and unlawfully killing a woman, then you're fucked up and I don't want to talk to you. This should be a hard fucking line. Do not cross. You guys are supposed to be the party of don't tread on me. And you're just like, ooh, step all over me, daddy. I like it. I like it when you tread all over my rights. Y'all have turned an about face. Hey, guys, for all of you Second Amendment people, all of your gun-toting people that say that the Second Amendment is to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government, there is one in office right now. Where are you at? Aren't you all supposed to be Republicans? All this tyrannical government, gun-toting crazies? Aren't you all supposed to be Republicans? Aren't you all the MAGA party? Why don't I see you rising up against a tyrannical government that is literally treading all over your rights? Rise up and do something. You guys act like your guns are going to stop it when a Democrat comes in office and takes all your weapons. Holy shit, because y'all bought into the NRA Kool-Aid. You just like drunk it all down. That's a good point. We're not mad enough. Within the United States of America, we are not mad enough. You are too happy to let Donald fucking Trump tread all the fuck over you and your rights, your right to freedom of protest. That's what's occurring. I'm sorry. Parking your car, honking your horn is not unlawful protest. To be clear, ICE agents have zero authority over a United States citizen who is not violating federal law. At the very most, in states that allow it, they can perform what is called a citizen's arrest by holding a person in place while calling state local authorities and getting them to come and arrest you and explain what the crime is. Federal agents have zero authority over American citizens that have not violated federal law. That includes the FBI. And we'll say it again. ICE officials have no authority over United States citizens who are not violating federal law nor have committed a crime in front of them. Blocking a roadway, if that's your claim, which didn't happen, blocking a roadway does not require a death sentence. You all who want to defend the unlawful killing of Renee Nicole Good are the fucking problem. And I will say it with my full chest. You're the fucking problem. Defending the President of the United States, calling her a domestic terrorist without knowing any of the details, any of the facts, lying to your face blatantly, you're the fucking problem. The fact that you're not able to call him out for his bullshit, you're the fucking problem. You're in a goddamn cult if you can't call it out. Also, guys, we are going to end. I'm going to read through all the super chats that came in. If you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. I have a lot to go through, and I'm so sorry, guys. Heard something about bits. Thank you, Cup of Joe. I hope you're still here. Luca, thank you for the 5. Says I refuse to donate while donating. Love you, Luca. Thank you. Oh yeah, happy 1 year of someone being in the White House. I don't know. Yeah, we made it a year. Whew. Let's have some fragility white guy. Yeah, the guy that was like, oh my gosh, white people are becoming the minority. We're going to fall below 50%. Still, you'd still be the plurality, but hey. Ask the caller what Article 5 is. They never know what Article 5 of NATO is. He didn't even know what the 5% was, nor the amount that countries contribute or how that works. So thank you guys for all of the jewels that came through. I know I said I put Rodney's up on the screen, but we'll put it up there again because OMG, Satan, you're awesome, by the way. I appreciate you so much, Rodney. Let's see. A lot of jewels came in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the Canadian 10. For almost all of my life, I thought the devil had a red face and horns, but for the last few years, my vision has changed to now the devil has an orange face and a bad comb over. Trump. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Thank you, Scott. If Trump is allowed to take over Greenland for national security, why can't Russia claim Ukraine for national security, or several other countries take over places for national security? Seems like a double standard. It is this double standard, actually. I might try to use that for my next point. Thank you. Huge disagree. Defund the police, defund ICE. So, here's my thing, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing. Absolutely, we need to reallocate resources when it comes to the police force. Absolutely. We need to do more training on how to de-escalate situations. Perhaps we need to actually hire people that are trained in de-escalation tactics, or individuals that are trained to go and handle a mental health crisis or a check-in crisis, right? Like where they're checking on somebody. What's that? There's a specific one, right? I agree with that section, which is what the defund the police means, by the way, guys. It means reallocating resources, right? Within their welfare checks. Thank you, guys. Absolutely, we need to fund that within the police force, because then they know. Defund ICE, again, changing the allocation of resources. They don't need as much money as they have. Abso-fucking-lutely. That, they were doing fine under Obama. I think we could keep it the exact same amount of money that was under Obama, adjusted for inflation. But dismantling immigration customs enforcement as we know it is not a viable solution unless we somehow delegate out the efforts of immigration to other agencies. And I say it this way, and I mean this, like, to be very clear, guys. Individuals who have committed crimes within the United States of America, especially violent crimes, and they are not authorized to be here, they should be sent back to their own country after they've served their sentence within the United States of America. And if we can come up with an agency that just goes after those individuals, I would be happy with that. It doesn't have to be ICE. I hope that helps. Oh, TikTok, stop being a crybaby. I'm personally a person that wants to promote amnesty. So the reason it is not a controversial topic is because trans men can't hurt men the way that trans... Yeah, no, that's not true. I can't remember his last name, but there is a trans man who has won boxing titles. His first name is Patricio. So that's absolutely not true. He's won MMA titles. Wanted to pay $2 to say, girl, you dumb. Okay. Hey, Aram. Nice to see you. The sky is purple. Yes, I love saying that. I love saying the sky is purple. I do, because technically it's true. The fact that anyone takes this Maddow knockoff serious is comical. She sounds smart till you listen to the words coming out of her mouth. Come on. Come home, girl. Oh, okay. Whatever you say. What sicko has multiple children with the woman he's cheating on his wife with, on top of how many he has that we don't even know about? That's true. Thank you, Sam, as well. Sam, come back tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern time, and I'll talk to you. It's not a scam. People call all the time. In fact, people are still calling. I don't even know how many calls I've missed since I turned on Do Not Disturb and said that I was done taking calls. Said it again. Well, I appreciate you, Sam. 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow is when I start. All right, guys. I appreciate you all for being here. If you haven't hit that follow or subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. Patricio Manuel, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, look him up. And then tell me that trans men can't hurt men. Anyways, y'all have a good night. You don't even have to look him up. There are literal bodybuilders that could do damage to men. There are women within the United States military that could do significant damage to men. Hello, domestic violence occurs in households too. Women commit that as well. Men are not immune to not being hurt by women. What? Y'all silly.